up and allows us to open our eyes and see another day is a great day. So today we should make the conscious decision in our mind not to complain, whether you are willing to or not. It's totally up to you, but to not complain and just be grateful for where we are and the things that we have and where God has us. Yesterday, I did an exercise where when I went out to do public speaking, and it was such an amazing experience. I challenged the group of people that I was talking to. I told them whoever prepares a list of 100 things that they are grateful for gets this $20 bill. And I wasn't expecting anyone to do it, so I proceeded to talk and give my motivational speech. And I wasn't even there very long. This particular place, I'm never there very long. And before I got done, a young lady pulled out a list. She set up her list of 100 things, and I read them all, and she numbered them and everything. And it was so amazing because I asked her, I showed everyone the importance of getting in the habit of counting your blessings every day. And she was honest about this is something that she has not gotten in the habit of doing. And I said, well, how did it make you feel to think about all the things that you are grateful for? And she listed everything. She said, I just felt something on the inside of me. And she explained the way that she feel. I said, that's your vibrations lifting. So for for us to be able to display that in person and watch that whole exercise take place, that was such an amazing thing. And it just really want to show the importance of learning how to count your blessings every single day. So I want us to be grateful in this rain today. Yes, that was a very amazing experience. I mean, it's funny because, excuse me, if you wave a couple of dollars around, people will do things that, they probably would not consider doing. And I'm telling you, that $20 means nothing for what it does to you internally to be able to get in the habit of being grateful on a regular basis. But shout out to y'all. Y'all made it to the end of the week. That is such a blessing. So many things happened this week, good and bad. I see so many things happened on my timeline. And through it all, God is good. Through it all, God is good. So we should be able to just breathe just a breath of relief and be able to relax our minds and probably take in the things that happen just in 1 week. A lot can happen in 1 week. A lot of things happen in this week for me, just this week alone. But I'm truly grateful for it all. My life is moving in a direction that I want it to move in, and the things that happen to me in my life on a regular basis is things that are truly adding towards my life and helping me move closer to where I want to be. So I'm grateful. I can't complain, and if I could, I probably would make the choice not to anyway. Sometimes I'm human and I want to complain. People get on my nerves. I'm not going to point towards a particular group of people, but you know who you are. But I made the conscious decision in my mind because it doesn't make me feel in a way that I would rather want to feel when I allow myself to sit there and complain about everything. So even when I catch myself complaining, sometimes I kind of pull it back and put myself in a place where I want to be mentally, because I don't want to be consumed in negative emotions. A lot of things that I have to complain about, the way that people are, how they are, there's absolutely nothing that I can do about that. The only thing that I have power and control to do something about is me, and the way that I move, and the way that I react, and the way that I focus myself and my thoughts and my mind and the things that happen to me in my life and my future. So me harping on things that I can't control is just a waste of my time, stirs up negative emotions, makes you sick. My mother used to say all the time, and I wish that my mom would not say this so much, God rest her soul, when she was alive. But when she would argue and curse people out, she would ball up her face and say, "You make me sick." And there is so much truth in that, but only if you allow it to. Like, literally, if you let a person drive you to that point, people will literally make you sick. You will make you sick. Those negative emotions begins to cause ulcers, which begins to cause illnesses and cancers and all of those type of things, and even resentment and negative, any kind of negative emotions, unforgiveness. And every time we see a person, we get our stomach start to turn, and we can't stand that person for whatever reason they did to you in 1999 and all those type of things. And every time you see them, you just get these negative emotions, and now your stomach is turned. They will literally create illnesses in your body if you allow a person to do that to you. And it's not even you allowing that person to do it to you, it's you doing it to yourself, because you control how you feel on the moment to moment basis, not other people. So if we allow people to make us sick, a person will literally make you sick. So we have to make conscious decisions in our own minds to forgive, to look past certain things, to realize that people are going to be who they are and how they are. Focus on the things that we want in our lives, where we want to be in our lives, and kind of, it's called transmute. When you transmute negative emotions into positive emotions. I like nice things. So when negative emotions begin to stir up in me, and I think about people that are not very pleasing to me, I think about the nice things that I like. So I transmute that negative emotion into a positive emotion that can be things that I want for myself and for my future or for my children. That could be name brand clothes. That could be my dream car. And I repeat that to myself over and over and over again. And when I think about my dream car, that makes me happy. See, we have to be creative in our self growth, because if we allow the negative emotions to take over us, it will take us to a place that we would rather not be. But when we consume our thoughts and positive thinking and transmute those negative thoughts into positive thoughts, it literally points you in a direction to where you want to be in life. You might be getting closer to your dream car if you're not thinking about the person that you argued with last night, or your ignorant family members, or your boss, or wherever. Transmute those negative thoughts and begin to stir up positive emotions within you. That's why I try to talk to you guys about the importance of being creative with self-growth. It's little things like that that keeps a smile on my face when I do away with negative thoughts in the best possible way that I can. I am still human, and people still get on my last nerve, but I do not allow those things to overtake me and take control of my life, because there are so many things that I want for myself in my life, and I don't want to be consumed with negativity on the moment to moment basis. That's why I make the conscious decision to gravitate myself towards positivity in the best and most creative way that I possibly can. And it works. They teach these things. That's why I'm telling you this, because I educate myself. And that's one thing that I want to encourage you guys to do today as well, is educate yourself. Self-education will take you a very long way. My twin and I last night were talking about O.J. Simpson dying of cancer. I'm not really one to talk about things that trend or whatever, but I remember the O.J. era. I believe it was like in the 90s, and we were watching it live on TV where the cops was chasing a Bronco and all those type of things. And his lawyer, I believe it was Johnny Cochran, he got him acquitted for the murder of his wife and all of that. And she was telling me that she believed that OJ was about 70, maybe in his 70s, and he ended up dying from cancer. And a lot of people do die from cancer, and I believe that we can live past 70 without dying from cancer. And the whole conversation just took a twist when me and my twin sister, when we get to talk, and sometimes we just get really deep and we just talk about everything, just looking at the whole picture. And we were talking about population control, and it's something that I was talking about. Well, I wasn't talking about population control in my message on wisdom. I was talking about how the things that we do affect other people and how the food is literally killing us. And I believe that that is one way that they are utilizing population control, utilizing food for population control, because they don't want us to live past a certain age. And she said our race is being attacked as well. And I was telling her that they cannot have our race. They can try to dominate us through whatever drugs and sexuality and whatever. She said they're trying to take our men away from us so we won't be able to reproduce and all of those things. And the way that she was talking about it, it seems like she have no, really not a whole lot of hope in it, because of how powerful the enemy that we have to fight against with taking our people back. And it's as simple as self educating. We do not have to be dominated by society, as a race, as a culture, as human beings, with food population control and causing cancer through food and all of those type of things. I'm not saying that OJ got cancer through food that he was eating. I know a lot of the cancer cases and a lot of people that have died and continue to die from cancer on a regular basis. I know 100% for sure that it is things inside of the food that is causing cancer. And I look into these things and I study these things and I educate myself. And I believe that if we want our lives bad enough, we can find things and break through the things that are coming against us by educating ourselves. So I refuse to lose hope for my people, for my black men, for humanity in society, for whoever that we have to fight against to not wipe us out. Period. I'm not going to lose hope for us as a people. Period, because of whatever, I don't know, whoever is trying to do to control us in the way that they are trying to control us. So today I encourage you to educate yourself. There is nothing wrong with educating yourself. My daughter is a straight A student. God bless you, baby girl. I love you so much. And she has issues with geometry. So she went to school yesterday, then she had to go to work straight after school, and she was up until like 1 or 2 a.m. Studying for a huge geometry test that she has today. And she came out of her bedroom and was talking to me, and she said, I learned more in that bedroom by myself than my teacher ever taught me. And she struggles so much. Sometimes she comes down so hard on herself because of how much she struggles. And I always try to encourage her that hard work pays off, and that's how she's always able to maintain straight A's on her report card. But she said, I learned more by myself than I learned in school. I'm not discouraging any kind of education at all, but I am encouraging you to educate yourself. I cannot express to you how much I have grown since I began to educate myself. I know a lot of people don't feel like it. They may feel like they don't have the time to do it, whether that may be reading a book while you're sitting on the toilet, or listen to an audio book while you're on your way to work. The information that goes inside of your brain is going to carry you a long way. And once you learn something, you cannot unlearn it. It's embedded in your brain forever. You literally add value to yourself. And I encourage you to do this for yourself because of the things that are happening in our society today, because of all the drugs and guns and everything that is out on the streets, because of population control and all the things that are coming into our black neighborhoods, and the food, they're literally killing us with food. And I believe that we need to be educated on these things, even if it's reading labels. If the label on the back of your potato chip bag is the only thing that you read today, read the labels. I want us to get in the habit of educating ourselves so you can spare your life. You can literally save yourself from certain illnesses. Someone asked me, just from simple conversations, I don't get deep all the time, but I was just talking about, my own self and how the food was affecting me. It was affecting me in a terrible way until I really started focusing on it. I even told my doctor, I said, the food is making me sick. It's causing so much mucus in my body, and it's triggering my allergies. And the doctor said, yeah, that's what it does. It causes mucus, and it's causing cancer, and it's killing people. I went to my primary care physician, and when I was concerned about how much the food was triggering my allergies, my doctor told me that the food was causing cancer and killing people. I said, wow. And I'm so glad that I began to look into these things and read labels, and that I had courage enough to mention this to my doctor. I'm like, what is going on with the food? Because I just simply put two and two together. Like, every time I eat a certain thing, I get a certain reaction, and then I read the back of the label, and that's just what it is. We have to take our time out to educate ourselves in the simplest ways. We think that our body is just doing something, having a natural reaction in whatever type of way, and it's not our body just doing what you think. Our body is just too weak to fight against. It's things that's causing these reactions in our body. It's causing cancer, causing mucus, causing illnesses. Mucus is the beginning of every disease. So certain things I just don't eat. Yes, my diet can be very boring at times. I find ways to spice it up and make it delicious, and I eat very healthy for the most part. I might have me like maybe a piece of cake or something every now and then if I'm at a party or whatever, but for the most part, I'm very mindful of the things that I put in my body, and I take into consideration the things that my mother and father died from. They died from serious illnesses, heart disease and diabetes, and I don't want to walk in their footsteps. Your family could be immune to a certain thing, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to follow behind that and be sick in the same way as well, because you can fight against that. We can fight against anything, especially with being able and being willing to educate yourself on anything, looking into these things, the best way that you can look into them, and learning how to apply certain things to our lives. So that is what I want to encourage you guys today to do, is start educating yourself. Start educating yourself the best way that you can. Be very creative in your self-growth and all of those type of things. I'm telling you, because it has proven to be effective to me in a major way. My life has skyrocketed and took me to a whole nother level since I have not been able to step out on faith and look into certain things. And someone asked me, they was like, how you know this, and and what made you look into that? I just look in to everything. These are things that we don't particularly study in school, and some things that school is not going to teach you, and some things they don't want us to know because they making money off of it. So I want us to be able to not be afraid to educate ourselves, educate your children, talk to your children about certain things and teach them and tell them to be mindful of the things that they eat and all of those type of things. I think the food is getting worse. People that are having allergies, they think it's seasonal allergies and all these type of things. People who have never had allergies before are getting allergies. It's not that your body is just doing something. It is bioengineered foods that is triggering mucus to produce in your body that will ultimately allow you to be sick. So I did write a book on health and wellness. I don't know how much y'all think I take these things seriously, but I really do. And that is just one example of something that I do take serious. I am a very health conscious person, but I want us to be able to educate ourselves on different levels and different things. This is very, very serious for us to be able to educate ourselves and be able to elevate our lives and live in a way that you would rather want to live in and not suffer through things that you don't want to suffer with. So self-educate yourself, pick up a book, listen to an audio video while y'all watching all them TikTok videos. I don't know, there may be a lot of educational things on TikTok, but I would suggest that you kind of steer towards maybe the educational things on TikTok, because it's going to help you in a major way when you begin to educate yourself and look into things that is going to grow you, help your children, keep your family healthier, and all of those type things. It's small things that I do for my children on a regular basis. Everything from adding superfoods into their meals, using Himalayan salt opposed to regular table salt. It does so much more for your body. Using parsley. Parsley is not just a garnish. Parsley is a superfood, and it does amazing things to your body. Just little things that I put in my refrigerator, and I don't shove, and in my cabinets, and I don't shove anything down my kids' throats. I give them healthier things, and sometimes they don't even know it. But I know that they are healthier. They wouldn't be as healthy as they are if I won't like sneak little healthy things into their food while they are preparing it. If I told them I was doing it, they probably frown their faces up and wouldn't eat it. But I lead by example too, and my kids see the healthier choices that I make, and they begin to make healthier choices too. So I'm using health for an example, because health plays the prominent role in our life. It is one of the most important things. You cannot successfully be anything if you don't prioritize your health. So we have to focus on these things if we want to live a good quality of life. A lot of people are not living such great qualities of life, and the way that we are living is having an effect on our everyday life. And I believe that we need to look into certain things, and at least if you are educated on certain things, and whatever choice that you choose to make beyond you being educated on these things, that is totally up to you. You could be educated on it and say, I know what I'm eating, I don't care. Then that's on you. At least you can't say that you don't know. So that is what I am going to encourage you guys to do today in the simplest way. Learn how to educate yourself, and you don't even have to look too far on what you need to educate yourself on. I simply educate myself the most on things that are happening with my own body. I educate myself on everything from my skincare to the way that I use the bathroom to whatever is. I look into everything. I read it. If it don't look the way that it's supposed to look, I'm doing something wrong. I'm eating something wrong. I educate myself on my own body. That is a good way to start. If you are having certain issues within yourself, and on top of me educating myself on the things that goes on with my own body, I always look into the natural remedies of everything, opposed to me using modern medication and pills and vaccines and needles and all those things, and me just focusing on more natural ways to care for myself has worked out for me tremendously. My immune system is like a cement wall. When I don't even remember the last time I got sick. If something did try to attack my body, it left very quickly. It did not stick around for long, and it did not overtake me to the point where I was not able to function on a regular basis, or the way that I need to go about my everyday life. So I'm not going to say nothing tries to attack me at all. It's just nothing gets through, and that is because the things that I do for my body on a regular basis. So I want to be very healthy for a long time, and I do want those things for other people as well. That's why I speak to you all so much, especially about things as far as health is concerned. But self-education can go as far as your mind wants it to go. I'll look into different parts of the world, different people, different cultures, the sun, the moon, the stars, the universe, the things that's going outside, going on in the ocean, and everything, nature. I look into everything. I read a lot. I think a lot. I listen a lot. Anything that I have to do to encourage myself to stay educated, that's what I do. I educate myself even when I don't feel like educating myself. I make the wise decision to do so anyway. I educate myself on finances, financial literacy, what to do with the money, how to invest, how to allow your money to make money, and all of those type of things. Self-education. I was so proud. My son came in my room, my youngest son, with a checkbook, and he was telling me, a checkbook with his name on it. All my kids have bank accounts, down to my youngest son. I went and opened up all my kids' bank accounts, got them debit cards and all those type of things, just so they can learn how to be comfortable with handling their own finances. And my youngest son is very frugal with his finances, and he's very conscious about his money. He know when he has money, when he doesn't have money, what he gonna do with it. How he can have $20 in the back of his phone case for like 3 months, and I'm like, when you want to spend that $20? He be like, I'm saving it. My son, 11 years old, he don't play about his money. But he came home with a checkbook, and he said that I was surprised to see that how much his school is beginning to educate him. He's in the 5th grade now, about finances and bank accounts and checkbooks and all of those type of things. And I was like, wow, that's great. And even with him learning financial literacy in school, I do teach my children financial literacy at home, because I don't want them to suffer with their finances in a way that I had to suffer in my finances for a long time. So educate them at home. Educate your kids about finances. Educate yourself about finances. Money is more than just going out and making it and paying bills and giving it away to somebody else and all those type of things. I read financial literacy books. I listen to financial literacy audio books and videos from so many different angles and lectures, and I educate myself a lot. I just do. And it's very beneficial to me in such a major way. So that is what I want to talk to you all about today. I know some of you probably don't want to hear that. I don't have time. It's Friday. I'm ready to go out here and pop some bottles, hang out with my friends. I don't have to work this weekend. Do whatever you want to do to enjoy your weekend. But I want you to think about ways that you are able to incorporate self-education in your life in some type of way. I promise you it is going to benefit you. And like I said before, I strongly encourage you to start with yourself and the things that are going on inside your own body or with your children. Some of us may have sick kids. You may not have sick kids, but if you want to know where to begin, you can begin to look into things that is going on right inside your home or inside your body or around you or inside your family and all those things. These things that we think is hereditary, we can educate ourselves about food, the food that we eat, and how certain foods benefit us in different ways than other foods. And the things that are happening with the foods today, they're not going to tell you a whole lot about bioengineered foods if you try to look it up online. So I don't know. I'm still finding ways when I learn more about bioengineered food. I'm going to get as much information that I can from bioengineered food and the way that these things are affecting our body. And I am going to share that information with you all. But that's crazy because they feeding us these things on a regular basis and they're not even telling us how you are creating these things in labs or whatever. And honestly, the effect that these things are having on our bodies. So I want us to be able to educate ourselves so we can be able to live longer, have better qualities of life, enjoy your family, enjoy your life, enjoy yourself without being held down and bound by illness and sickness and disease and all of these things that are trying to take power and control over our life. That is what my message is for you guys today, to be able to self-educate. So that is it, you guys. I am out of here. God bless you. I love you. Thank you so much for popping in and joining me on this video on this rainy Friday. I want you to go out here and do things that is going to please you. Don't let the rain get you down. I want you to be able to be in the same mood that you were in when the sun was shining. That might be easier said than done, but we had to learn how to smile in the sunshine and in the rain. It is all an inside job. It depends on how you feel or how you would rather feel from the inside out. If you want to be happy today despite the rain, make the conscious decision in your mind to be happy today despite the rain. There's so much joy, peace, and happiness out here for you. And if you can push past the rain and tell yourself that I'm going to be happy today anyway, then you can apply that same thing into any circumstance that comes into your life. No matter what is happening in my life, I choose to rejoice. I choose to put a smile on my face. I choose to laugh. Go out here and laugh today. Go out here and crack yourself up with laughter today. Laughter does so much for your soul. I want you to do something that is going to please you in a way that you probably didn't even expect it to. Smile, love on yourself, talk to your favorite person, hug somebody, tell somebody that you love them. There is so much joy and peace and comfort. Do something to ensure yourself a sense of peace of mind today. Do something to focus on your peace of mind mentally and where you are mentally in your mind, despite of whatever is going on around you. And I know we got some people out here that are addicted to the pain and they love drama more than they love peace. And that is what your life is going to reflect when you are constantly surrounded around chaos and bullcrap and drama and all of those things. And then when you wonder why you are constantly going through things with certain people, you have no peace in your mind and no peace in your life. And that's because you got time today, because you choosing drama and the young and the restless and all those type of things, and who's sleeping with who, baby mama, and all that type of bull crap. Go sit down somewhere, mind your business, because you need some peace of mind. You need peace of mind, and you're not going to find it talking about who's sleeping with who, baby mama. So I want you to be able to make the wise and conscious decision to put some things to the side today. Don't even make room in your life or in your mind for slander and gossip and who's doing what and who ain't doing what and all of those type of things. Just mind your business. Focus on your peace of mind. Focus on your joys. Focus on your happiness. There are so many things, wonderful things out here that is waiting for you. And whether you get those things or not are absolutely up to you. It depends on where you put your focus at in life. So that is my message today, you guys. I want us to be able to be encouraged in some way to educate yourself in some kind of way, even if you want formal education. Formal education is not a guaranteed way to success. And that is a proven fact. Even though I'm not saying anything against formal education, but if you want to educate yourself further in that way, then be my guest. Go ahead and do it. I know people with double master degrees who don't use their double master degrees to get where they want to be in life, or maybe it was just a waste of time. They just are able to say that they have double master degrees. But I'm telling you, when you self-educate, is things that you would rather learn about, things that is going to help you, and there's very much pleasure in self-educating. So I like to educate myself on things that I know is going to benefit me and things that I know I would rather be learning about. So go out here and educate yourself on things that you want to learn about, things that interest you, things that catch your interest, that can make it more exciting, the things that interest you on a regular basis. If you like smoking weed, you can look into different type of weeds or what it is doing to your body or whatever, different parts of the earth. And they doing so much to the weed today. I'd be scared to smoke that stuff they out here selling just to put some money in their pocket. Y'all better look into the things that you put into your body. Cigarettes ain't even cigarettes no more. When I started smoking cigarettes back in the 90s, the nicotine was nicotine. This stuff that they put in the cigarettes nowadays is not the same thing that I used to smoke. I don't know what it is, or they just adding things to it or whatever, but we need to be able to educate ourselves on what's going on. Even the food is different. The food is changing, and they're doing so much to make more food faster to accommodate us, because we are not willing to do things in a slow way. We don't want to cook our food. We want everything fast, and we want fast food. We want it quick and here and now. And so I guess they call themselves accommodating us by creating these bioengineered foods. But I don't want anyone's bioengineer anything, especially if it's going to cause illness in my body. So we had to make wise decisions. I've been talking about wisdom all week. All week I've been talking about wisdom, and it has been an absolute blast. And I want us to be able to utilize our wisdom today and educate ourselves more, cram more knowledge into our brains, and be able to apply these things into our lives where it is going to be extremely beneficial to us in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So that is my time. God bless you, and I love you. Don't forget to go to True Value Knowing Your Worth on YouTube and like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for all of you who joined in on my live today. And also, my books are available on sale. That is True Value Knowing Your Worth. They are on Amazon. Walking Treasure, Discover Your Hidden Treasures, Feed Your Soul, Your Personal Guide to Health and Wellness and Religiously. And that is taking a closer look at spirituality and religion. In the meantime, God bless you. I love you. You guys continue to stay blessed.